20 minutes after Baron von Corbin was last addressed, they go back to him in the back, and his story is that I'm better off without JBL holding me down and giving me bad advice. And he's pissed off at Sami Zayn for interrupting him and this whole thing with Cody, and he starts knocking Cody, and they're behind Corbin. Cody comes through the curtain like he's just done his promo, and he starts hearing this where Corbin's knocking him, and finally said, I didn't like Dusty either, and Cody blows into him and tackles him, and boom, 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 they fight out into the arena, and Cody's still in his suit, and he's stripping off pieces as we go. And they go to the ring, and the bell rings, and they have wildness for, a minute and a half or whatever, around ringside. Fought on the announce desk. Cody hits the crossroads. Boom, 1, 2, 3. And this was a great bit, and it was different, and it woke people up and got their attention, and the guy's fighting in a fucking suit. And it needed to be 2 minutes or less because of the presentation of it. And this was at least a little different and again, something else for Cody to do. And it was impromptu and looked impromptu down to the point where Cody, as he goes by, tells the referee, get your ass out there. We're going to have a fucking match. But at the same time, we're now, Jesus Christ, are we at 9:30? And we've had a good promo segment and 60 seconds of nice action with Edge and Beth, and this 2 minutes in an hour and a half. What'd you think there?
I mean, back to the Cody and Sami thing, I really love that, and I think they've done a really good job of building up anticipation what could happen this weekend in Montreal. The thing with Corbin, I thought it was kind of funny they returned to him after cutting him off earlier, which was just perfect the way it was done.
What do you think he's done? For going from, do you think they just got mad? Well, the thing with JBL ain't working. Fuck, he's still the shits, whatever. So let's just humiliate him until he, fucking sticks his head in the sand and leaves in disgrace.
I really don't know. He said something, I think in this promo here, that someone on Twitter posted, it's actually true. He was the last guy to beat Roman Reigns in 2019.
Boy, it says more about his career than it does Roman's, doesn't it?
Not to pick on Baron Corbin, because I actually think at times when it wasn't too silly or anything, he was pretty good in the role of the bum.
Liked was it the homeless bum you liked?
Yeah.
And then when he got won money in Las Vegas, it killed the whole thing.
It killed it. He was a fantastic homeless man. And then once he got Madcap Moss, it killed off everything he had. But using him as an example, and knowing you're WWE and you have so many people on TV, off TV, and NXT, and just signed, why are some of these guys still on TV if, I don't think anyone's like, oh, Baron Corbin's on, I got to see that. It's just filler. There are certain people that are just filler on that show because they've been there too long and used in a certain way. I just think it kind of drives off anyone who's watched that show in the last few years when they see these people.
They have 100 and something people under contract, as we counted one time, and any of 60 of them could do what the fuck was just done without, but I don't know.
It's okay not to have a comedy jerk-off character on the roster. They always feel like, it always seems like they need that guy on that show for some reason.
But now, what do you mean that guy? How about those guys? How many comedy fucking jerk-offs we're about to get to more comedy jerk-offs. The whole roster is comedy jerk-offs. That's what's the matter with the program.
Cody Rhodes, what are your thoughts on how he's been used so far?
Brilliant. This is perfect. Again, the fans have organically got behind Sami Zayn, that word that's being used so much lately. And they were in danger of it was Bryan Danielson and Roman Reigns several years ago, right? That the people wanted Danielson and the office wanted Roman, and there was issues. Well, now the people are behind both of the top baby faces that are both working in their own way, independent of each other, and now together to bring an end to the reign of terror of the longest running champion and the blah, 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 and the bloodline. This is perfect. And the fans are not booing either Cody or Sammy.
Just to play fantasy booker, since the pay-per-view, have we heard or seen anything from, about to say Steen, from Kevin Owens?
I don't think so.
I mean, it's Montreal. He's got to play a part in it somehow, either helping Sammy or suddenly turning on Sammy.
Oh, if he's not booked on the show, he'll hit the ring on as a shoot to be on the show with Montreal, Steen. So, yeah, and see, that's again, then you've got some intrigue. If they have Zayn and Owens against the Usos, but the relationship between Sammy and Jay now. So there's all kinds. It's very interesting.
Well, the other thing is,
for once,
those two want a WrestleMania match at some point. What if Owens turns on Sammy in Montreal, in their hometown? I don't know. It's an interesting what if.
I don't know about that, because I don't think they're going to take Owens in the bloodline. I don't think that Heyman can afford the sushi and steak. But anyway, so the next match was Carmella, Nikki, and Asuka against Raquel and Liv and Natalya. And the bell rang an hour and a half into the show, and we've had less than 10 minutes of action in 3 matches, one of them unscheduled. And in this match, they go 2 minutes and went to the break. And then they came back, and in under 2 minutes, Asuka's team won. So now we're at 4 matches, 1 unscheduled, and we're still under around about 14 minutes. And then they did some comedy in the back with I put comedy in quotation marks, Otis and Shoosh Boy and the models and Maxine Dupree. There was Mansoir and Monsway. And I thought everybody involved in this except the girl should have quit on the spot when asked to do this just out of pride, if nothing else. The girl shouldn't have a job to begin with, so what the fuck? She can do anything. It's just... And then they expect people not to change the channel when Gable and Otis stumble out, when they present Otis as this blithering dipshit and Gable as Shoosh Boy. And they're interacting with, and they couldn't. I know Vince came back, but would he notice if they just took the models off television now that, LA Knight's not a part of it? Does anybody give a shit about the rest of them?
No.
So then, Bronson Reed versus Muhammad Ali.
Mustafa Ali is how they pronounce it.
Well, he must have pissed somebody off because they were pushing him for a while and now they just fucking squashed him in less than 3 minutes. The bell rang at 9:48 p.m. Eastern. We're at about 13 minutes of wrestling over 4 matches.